Hey guys, so this morning we're going to continue sharing our presentation. And I want to say everybody in here, let's see, I know I've talked to Bo. Bo's not going to share. I want to check his out. Are you ready to share yours today? You don't want to share, just me look at it. That'll be fine. I want to go ahead and check with my virtual to see if anybody's ready to share. Who would like to start next sharing their screenplay, or I say it's a scene from a screenplay, and their. Thank you so much. That's so good. We also have our storyboard to turn in as well. So who would like to go next on sharing that this morning? You can unmute and tell me, or you can put it in the chat.
Hey. Lord.
Okay, would anybody like to go next? Okay, yes. Okay, Riley, thank you. Riley said I could share hers. Let me go ahead and offer, because I know this is something that you guys did, and I don't believe in sharing creative work like this unless it's with your permission. So anyone who would rather me just grade it and look at it myself and not share it can do that. You can also let me share it. You can share, if you don't want to share your storyboard and just share the story, I'll work with you. I would just want to give an opportunity for us to share what you've done creatively here. So I've got Riley's permission. Anyone else this morning that we can share? Just let me know. You can put it in the chat. I may have trouble hearing y'all. If y'all are unmuting, Madison, I can share yours also. Thank you. Can someone try to unmute so I'll know that it works? Because yesterday it was not working well. Just anybody say hello or.
Hello.
Madison, if you're talking to me, I can't hear you.
Hello.
Let me try something. Okay, Madison, can you try now to?
Hello.
See, we're not hearing that at all. Aaron, thank you. I can share yours also. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. So guys, virtual needs to know that I cannot hear you. You're gonna have to put it in chat. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, y'all can hear each other. Y'all can hear each other. You can hear me, but I can't hear you when you speak. So until I get that ironed out, please just do the chat for me. What is it? My volume is way up. If anybody wants to come look at it, I will. I'm offering here. I hate it. I know it's inconvenient. So Riley, Madison, and Aaron, I can share yours. Anybody else? Does anybody want to come look at it? 'Cause I'm not ashamed. I mean, I'm just ignorant. I don't know how to.
Do you have one of those?
I do. And let's test it really fast. I'll go to a YouTube and play a song. What can I play?
The Wheels on the Bus.
The wheels on the bus go round and around.
Wonky Donkey. No, play Wonky Donkey. Play Wonky Donkey.
Is it
play Wonky Donkey?
Audio of Wonky Donkey?
Yeah.
I've never heard this.
Oh, it's funny.
It's Wonky Donkey. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so which one is it? Is it?
Kaylee, come here. Go down. Kaylee, come here.
Just the song. Oh, an official music video?
Yeah, do that one.
Okay, virtual, can you guys hear that? Can y'all hear that? Okay.
Don't have to relax. It was a wonky donkey, wonky donkey, wonky donkey.
Aw, it's precious.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. I only had 3 legs and 1 eye.
Oh, it's gonna be sad.
It was a winky wonky donkey, winky wonky donkey, winky wonky donkey.
Aw. It's cute.
I was walking down the road and
This will help wake y'all up. I'm for it.
I only had 3 legs and 1 eye, and he liked to listen to country music. Yeehaw! He was a honky tonky winky, wonky donkey, honky tonky winky, wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. How only had 3 legs, one eye like the good music, and he was quite tall and slim. He was a lanky, honky tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Lanky, honky tonky, winky, wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hey, how? And only had 3 legs and one eye like this funny music is quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really
Oh,
bad.
no. That's,
He was a lanky, dinky, lanky,
oh,
honky tonky.
goodness.
winky,
Okay, look at those
wonky
effects. This is
donkey.
a film class. Look at this. This is clay motion? Or what is this? It's clay motion.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. How? He only had 3 legs, one eye like his funny music was quite on slim. He smelled really bad, and that morning he got up early and he hadn't had any coffee. He was a cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey.
It's got a little eye patch on, is it not?
Dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey.
It's cute.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. How? Only had 3 legs, one eye like this funny music was quite on slim. He smelled really bad. He got up in the morning and he hadn't had any coffee, and he was always getting up to mischief. He was a hanky, panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. Hanky, panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. How? And only had 3 legs, one eye like this funny music was quite on slim. He smelled really bad. He got up in the morning and he had any coffee. He was always getting up to mischief, but he was quite good looking.
Aw.
He was a spunky, hanky, panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. Spunky, hanky, panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey.
That's so cute.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hey, how?
That's so cute. Precious. Okay, that's the way to start the morning. That's the way to start the morning. All right, so I've been told, and I don't have any at all experience with claymation, but that's what that was. Is that am I
That's what
right?
it looks like.
Okay. Stop.
At least similar. I think they use different things aside from clay is what it looks like.
Some of the is there like a claymation? There's a
Looks like
stop motion. There's different things, but that took obviously a lot of time to do that video. That was great. Plus, it was it made me happy. I mean, I was sad at first, but now I'm happy because he's okay with himself. That's good. You know, that's the way to be. Really fast, I want to check with my virtual to make sure and see if anybody else popped in this morning. Nope. Okay, so my is right. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share Madison, Riley, Aaron. Anybody else want to share theirs? If you don't speak up, I'm going to assume you just want me to look at it and not share it at all, which is I'm offering that. That's fine. All right. So first, I'll go to Madison's here with her. What would that be? Scripts and storyboards.
Make sure you have way too many emails.
Emails?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because up there it says 3,330.
Oh, I know. That's just today. I mean, I don't know what it is. I need to clean up my email, and that's just a job that who wants to do that? I get a lot of junk mail, unfortunately, and it's not from your parents. That's good mail, but just mail that's, I don't know, old. And I actually have an email from Mr. Graham's mother back in the day when she worked here. She was, assistant superintendent. And I have an email from her, and I just keep it it's like sentimental. It's like, oh, that's from Mrs.
Mr.
Graham.
Graham's mom worked here.
Oh, yes. She was an English teacher, and she was principal of middle school and assistant superintendent before she's retired now from Truman, but she was superintendent of Truman up until this past spring when she retired. Yes.
I know.
Yeah, his whole family, they're deep in education for sure. All right, Madison Scott. Okay, guys, here we go. We're looking at Madison's here. And it's titled Gallows Pole, right?
That
And-
sounds cool.
And I like it because she's got Willie Watson here as the writer, right? Characters listed in order of importance include a brief description. The character 1 is husband, son, is a hardworking man but gets accused and may be hung from the gallows pole strong and works hard for the family. Character 2 is the hangman. He hangs everyone to their death. 3 is the lover, helps the mom but takes care of her husband more than anything. The father, 4 character, strong and works hard for the family. 5 is the mother. She stays home and takes care of the house. The setting is near the ocean, windy and cloudy outside. Time around the mid-1800s during the day. Act 1, Scene 1. All right, so first for the character, husband and son, hangman. If there's any way you could just wait a minute. I think I see my parents coming from the sea, saying as he waits impatiently. Character 2, hangman. Yes, but we must move quickly. Sighs. Father, mother, I see you came to see me. Did you bring me any silver or gold to save me? Son, I'm sorry, but we did not. Looking away. We came to see you hanging from the gallows pole, as we surely do not have enough silver or gold. Crossing her fingers and toes that someone can come to save him. Not even enough to save your own son? He looks away from each of them. Hangman, my lover, may come soon, riding from miles away. Can we wait for her? Yes, but only this one more time we will wait. My lover, did you bring me any silver or gold, or did you come to see me hanging on from the gallows pole? I brought you a little bit of silver and a little bit of gold. I brought a little bit of everything to save you from the gallows pole. Okay, he gasped because if someone bringing anything was obligated to take whatever she brought according to the rules. I always knew you were my true love, saying this as he hugs her tightly. It took a while, but I made it to save you, mumbling as she hugs him back. Okay, very good. And I was curious, this is from Madison. You could have put in your chat, like, what is, because I'm not familiar with this work. What is this? If you don't mind. And Madison's probably, she's going to have to type it because I can't hear her, which is very awful. It's based off a song, and the song is linked to the title. She didn't want to put the names for the characters because she felt it went with the storyline. And also, they can't see. I am so sorry. Of course not. Guys, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Now you can see. No, I know it. Okay, so Madison, very good. We need to, that's awesome. We need to clap for Madison. That's fantastic. So it's a song. I'm curious to look up the song. Is it, I wouldn't mind, since I'm not familiar with it, is it on, like, can we hear it on YouTube, or is it something that I can look up and play, Madison, do you think? Oops, hang on. Is that something I can look up? I can play the song to understand. Okay, we'll go to YouTube and look that up. It's called The Gallows Pole. Am I getting it right? The Gallows Pole?
Well, you can't hear him, so.
Oh my gosh, it's Led Zeppelin. It's one of my favorite groups. I didn't know. Okay, so Madison. Oh, it's by Willie Watson. Okay, not Led Zeppelin. Okay, huh. Got it. Gallows Pole official video. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, put it on screen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I hope it's Madison. Is this okay to show? Have you seen it, Madison? It's okay to show.
Wait a little while, hangman. Wait a little while and see. I think I see
Oh my Lord.
my father coming across the sea. Father, did you bring me silver? Father, did you bring some gold? What did you bring me, dear father, to keep me from the gallows pole? I didn't bring no silver, I I didn't bring no gold. Come to see you hanging from the gallows pole. So wait a little while, hangman, wait a little while and see. Think I see my mother coming way across the sea. Mother, did you bring me silver? Mother, did you bring some gold? Did you come to see me hanging from the gallows pole?
Those camera shots are making me dizzy.
I
They're
didn't
good.
bring no silver, didn't bring no gold. I come to see you swinging from the gallows pole. Yeah, you're swinging. Yes, from the gallows pole. Yeah,
Well, he can sing.
you're swinging.
Voice.
Yes, from the gallows pole.
Oh, it's pretty. It's so pretty.
Slack up your rope, hangman. Slack it for a while. Think I see my own true lover riding many miles. So, lover, did you bring me silver? Lover, did you bring some gold? Did you come to see me hanging from the gallows pole? Oh, yes, I brought you silver. I brought a little gold. Brought a little of everything to keep you from the gallows pole. Yeah, I brought it. Yeah, to keep you from the gallows pole. Yeah, I brought it. Yeah, to keep you from the gallows pole.
He's very talented. He can play the guitar at the same time. Wow. That is beautiful country. Oh, what beautiful shots. Okay, but oh my goodness, no one's hanging from the pole. That's great. That is great. Thank you for that. That is so great. All right, so next we've got check on you guys. All right, Rayleigh. Okay, Rayleigh. So this is Tim Burton the musical, and it says Tim Burton. This shows Tim as a young boy. He is odd and different from the other kids. He was very shy and less interested in his schoolwork than sketching and making stories in his head. Now I remember Rayleigh watched a documentary on Tim Burton, I do believe. So she's going off that, I do believe. Jean Burton is Tim's mom, who doesn't understand him and just wants him to be like the other kids. Bella, this is Tim's crush, and he's afraid to talk to her. The setting, Burbank, California, in Burton's childhood home. A sunny day outside, nice weather, kids are playing outside and having fun together. 1972. Act 1, Scene 1. Tim is playing in his room by himself. He's got his sketchbook with him in front of the thin window in his room. The sun is peeking through the window as he draws. You can hear footsteps getting closer and a very faint knock on the bedroom door. Jean Burton, Tim, honey, why don't you go outside and play with the other kids? It's a nice day and there's no sense in being locked up here all day. Tim ignores her and continues to draw. Look outside. Everyone is having fun together, even Bella. Why don't you go join them instead of working on these silly drawings? Mom, they aren't silly. Look at these, Tim. There's nothing normal about these. Can you just leave me alone, Mom? Jean looks defeated, but leaves Tim to himself to continue drawing. After she leaves, we see Tim looking outside, seeing all the kids playing, wishing he'd go out and play with them. but he's too anxious and wouldn't know how to approach them, especially the girls. Why can't she just understand me? Tim breaks into song about how he's alone and nobody understands him, but there's a girl he really likes and he's afraid to talk to her. I have to go out there. Tim goes outside and takes his camera so he can pretend to be doing stuff as an excuse to talk to Bella. Hey, Bella? Hey, Tim. Would you mind if I filmed you a little bit? Just some footage. You don't have to do anything but keep doing what you were. And you don't have to if you don't want. I was just wondering. She could tell he was nervous, but she thought it was cute. Of course, I'd love that. Tim makes his little film and him and Bella become friends. Oh, very nice. Just kind of a scene. I can see that. If someone wanted to do, make a film about Tim Burton, and that's, this could be a scene. I mean, from his life. Very good. Very good, Riley. All right. And also I have errands to share. Oh, okay. Aaron did The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Is anybody interested in acting this out?
It don't matter. I'm not very good actor, but I can just open and read it.
Well, I mean, we could have characters though. He's got a madman. We've all heard The Telltale Heart, haven't we? Oh yes,
If we
you.
did, I don't remember.
Oh my word.
Okay, it's the old man with the eye, and he killed him, chopped him up, and put him in.
And the way he's describing, the police come to his house, and he's like, he basically gives himself away because he thinks he hears his heart beating. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And he starts ripping up the floorboard.
I remember.
He can get away with it, but he thinks he can hear the heart underneath the floorboard, even though he can't.
Right.
So it drives me.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, now that we've totally, I'm gonna say ruined it, we haven't ruined it. That's it. We have the madman. Do y'all want to act this out? Anybody? Well, you know what I
will
read.
read.
Okay, read it. Okay, well, yeah,
I
it
don't
would
know
be.
how to act, so.
Okay, well, that's madman. Okay, so just killed the old man and put him in the floorboards. He's struggling with his own sanity, thinking he is still sane for the precautions he took for hiding the body of the old man. Three police officers make their first appearance. A neighbor called them because she heard a shriek. The madman had shown them around the house. The police officers were satisfied with what they saw. They were tired and asked if they could stay and sit. The madman obliged them. Character 3 is the old man's heart. Wow. As the madman chats with the officers, he could hear the heart of the dead old man beating. The sound was only in his mind, but it was enough for the madman to give himself up. The beating of the heart was so intense that he went mad and told the police officers where the body was. How awesome would that be if this were made into a movie? You think about it, really any of Poe's short stories or even his poems. Would that not be amazing? It could be. Oh my goodness, it's back to back from Tim Burton. What about the poem Annabelle Lee? Have y'all read Annabelle Lee? I mean,
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
oh my goodness, that could be a movie.
I remember the Annabelle Lee.
All right.
Annabelle Lee.
Setting. The story takes place. So who's going to be who? I need an officer 1. Virtual can also. Well, virtual can't because we can't hear you. That stinks. I'm so sorry.
I
Okay.
really will just read them out.
Officer-
Just tell me one.
Officer-
You're going to do
Officer 1.
You're Officer 1, Kaylee.
Sure.
Oh no. Or who wants to be the
I'll be
officer
the
1?
madman.
Madman or officer 2. And is that all we have? Yes, that's all. And then we need the madman's heart.
Who wants to be the old man's heart?
I can also be that.
Okay, it has to be very. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys.
Okay.
And we need to get. I wish y'all would get over here and so virtual can see y'all. Do y'all mind to come over
I don't
here?
care.
Because that's they're missing. They don't want to sit here and look at my face.
Hi guys.
Okay.
You got to get over here, Sanksy.
Okay. You're bossy.
Okay. I really don't know how. I'm just gonna read. Okay, guys, let's go. Officer
Okay.
1.
Hello there. We got a report of someone screaming. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, sir. It was me. I had a horrible dream.
Where is the old gentleman who owns the house?
Gentleman. He is absent in the country. He left me here to watch over the house. I could show you around the house if that would appease your suspicion.
Yes, that'd be great. We just need to check for what we file a report.
You want to read the?
Someone else can. Actually, I can.
Okay, so the madman shows them around the house. This gets rid of all the suspicion of foul play. The officers retired and decided to sit down and talk to the madman. Officer 1, 2, and 3 and the madman begin chatting about daily things. Oh, who's the old man for?
Loud ringing begins to pierce the ear of the madman.
The madman keeps chatting, only raising his voice.
The ringing only gets louder.
Oh. He starts realizing that the ringing wasn't in his head, but was the heart of the old man.
The ringing starts to grow at an unbearable sound.
The sound only makes the madman even more mad. He thrusts the chair out from underneath him and starts grating at the floorboards. Oh, I could see me doing this. Officers,
They're just like,
they sit there in awe.
Like-
The man who was just calm and sane mere moments ago is now losing his mind. Looking at the officers, he thinks they also hear the heart. He gives up and tells the officers of his bad deed. Villains, he shrieks, I admit the deed. Pull up the floorboard here and here. I can no longer stand the hideous beating of the old man's heart.
Wow. Okay, that is awesome. You think about it, guys.
Hey, I like this one.
I like it. So I like the way too, Aaron. I like the way he uses advanced vocabulary. Notice the old man Poe's vocabulary in his stories are just, his vocabulary is tough. So he continued that. Very excellent job, guys. Thank you all for sharing. I want to make sure to see if there's anybody else who wants to share. Those were fantastic. Fantastic. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share theirs? If not, I'll grade them. I'll put a grade on there for you. I just wanted to give everybody a chance to share or have us share it or act it out, okay? All right, let me make sure I don't have somebody. Oh, yes. I need to, okay, hang on. Oops, I got y'all on the screen. Hang on just 1 second. That's right. You're not seen, which is nice. They're not seen, they're not heard, they're not, I don't like that though. I mean, I want to be able to hear them. I'm thinking I'm going to bring another computer so I can at least look at them, have them on all the time. I can see how they're doing. All right, guys. So next we have,
Yeah, that's what we could have done.
well, we can, could y'all mind to do it? Somebody join that we can hear them. Would you, somebody mind to join, go to meet? That would be fantastic, guys. And I'm going to get some help in here because we can't go on like this. This is just, you know, I want to be able to hear y'all. And you're my one class. You're my best class to speak out because my other English 12, I mean, they're shy or they're sleepy or something.
I talk all the time.
Well, you're in my, not virtual. My virtual kids are just silent. They just don't speak. And now I can't even, if they tried to speak, I couldn't hear them. It's just awful. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do now is go back to, I've got to go to my classroom really fast. I need to stop presenting really fast and go to open up my classroom.
Miss Reese,
Yes,
you know that picture you showed of Griffel the other day?
yes.
I think you need to print those off.
Oh, you need to print those off, the picture from the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's such an ugly picture, but
No.
well, I think it is.
Do you not remember what I told you I was going to do? I said I was going to draw a bow tie on you.
I heard
Sit
that.
me next to
Yes.
in the veil. And I'm going to give it to you.
You have got a big heart.
Frame.
You've got a big heart to overlook his ugliness. And because it's not just his looks, it's his actions. I mean, we could get over that and that's no problem. But
Yeah, I
it's
said
just
on our
awful.
response thing on our journal, I said that I thought that he was worse than his mom.
Okay.
Because his mom was acting out of rage for his son.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
He was just doing it because he was irritated.
that's right. That is exactly right. Okay, so looking at things, guys, I want to go ahead and what's on my mind. And we are going to be second 9 weeks reading Hamlet and watching Hamlet. So we'll do that very much like we've been doing everything else. It'll be on the screen. And my virtual will be able to see just like we're seeing from the screen. Same thing for Hidden Figures. I plan on purchasing the book. I plan on taking PDF, downloading it there, where you don't have to buy a copy. You're welcome to get a copy if you want to, but you won't have to because I'm going to have it. And I'm not selling it, so hopefully I'm not breaking any copyright law. If I am, I'll make note of that because I'm not selling it. I'm going to buy the book and we're going to read it in class together. So that's how we're going to do that. We are on week, and it's hard to believe, is this the 6th week or the 5th week? So we are woefully behind. I can look at our things here on articles, but what we're going to do today is we're going to read some of these together, and I'm going to try to have you do activities because I know it's not fun just to sit and read articles. I mean, and I know class discussion does help, but I'm going to try to get more interactive things going on because we've got quite a few to go through. So let's go ahead and start. This is the complete list of the Best Picture Oscar-winning films by Matt Murray. So we're going to look at that, and these are short; they're not really long articles at all. And this is from originally, okay, Matt Murray, from today, all right? The 2020 Academy Awards just happened. Well, this is a dated article, but anyway, it happened. Well, yes, it happened in February. And we have the full list of winners. If playing catch up with this year's winners isn't enough for you, we've compiled a list of every Best Picture winner since 1927. There have been 92 Best Picture winners over the years. And film, thank you, and film can be an exciting way to walk through history. Can y'all still can't see? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm doing really bad today. So sorry. Thank you. All right. Exciting walk through history. The Shape of Water won the Oscar for Best Picture last year. How many of you guys have seen that movie? It's very
What is it?
well. It's very different. I mean, and it's not for young, not for young children, but it is different. It's a good movie. Shape of Water, yes. So the full Oscar Best Picture winners, 2020 Parasite. Have y'all seen that one? Anyone seen that one? Do we have them? Did you pull it up for your join on it? So you'll be able to hear them, right?
Yeah, but I want to turn my volume up because then we'll be hearing it quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that would, once is too much. Okay, so yes, all right. So if you could just keep it.
Whenever you ask them a question, I'll turn it up.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all are awesome. Y'all are so awesome. So Parasite, have any virtual seen Parasite? Anybody? No, I haven't either. It sounds like it would be a horror movie, Parasite. But it could be, what it could be about? We think horror movie, don't we? It could be about just someone feeding off of other people. Like, I don't mean literally, I just mean manipulating. Sure. Green Book. Anybody seen Green Book? Haven't either. Shape of Water I saw, and it's good, but again, I wouldn't think anybody under probably 11th grade should see it. Moonlight.
Wait, Moonlight, is that
We're not under 11th grade.
Oh, I know it. No, I haven't seen Moonlight. I have not seen it. I don't know. Was that the one that the guy, it was Warren Beatty, messed it up? It was some kind of, this is a true story. Y'all check me on it. It had to do with somebody backstage checking their phone, and they gave the wrong envelope to Warren Beatty and his wife, Shirley MacLaine, and they announced, and it was the wrong one. They had to take it back, and I thought, oh, get off your phone, people. You would think something on his phone was more important than, at the time, if there was something going on in his life so amazing that he couldn't focus on that, he needed to take the night off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was so important that anyway, that happened. Spotlight, I've seen. Spotlight is wonderful. It is a journalistic movie going into, how can I say it, abuse in the Catholic Church of young people. And so that's Spotlight. That's a true story. They broke it open.
of young people?
Yes.
Abuse of children in the Catholic Church.
Yes. Birdman, it's off the wall. Michael Keaton really did a comeback because he was popular back in the day when I was a kid. Didn't do a whole lot, and then he just came back out. Kind of reminds me of John Travolta, the way it was really big when he was younger, not much middle, but when he comes out now, he's really big. Birdman's interesting, very good. Is he a superhero? Does he fly? I don't know. 12 Years a Slave, all right, very, again, based on history, very good movie, very, tears your heart out kind of movie, but it's something that we should all see. Argo, I have not seen Argo. Isn't that the movie with a couple of actors got together and wrote it and acted in it, and I cannot think of his name. You know who I'm talking about? Argo. It's gonna drive me crazy. Argo. It's I know it wasn't Alan Arkin. Ben Affleck is who I was thinking about. Ben Affleck and George Clooney. Yes, if y'all know who they are. I have not seen it though. The Artist, I think, isn't that the one that's in black and white? I haven't seen that one. The King's Speech, I've seen large portions of it. It's phenomenal. Again, based on a true story. The King of England had a speech impediment. And so he went through, let's say therapy, he went through and beat it. He could speak, but it just something when he would talk to large amounts of people, he had trouble. And that's a fantastic movie. The Hurt Locker, I have not seen. Anybody seen The Hurt Locker? Slumdog Millionaire. Okay, I've seen that one. I saw that. It is, again, I don't think any of these are for anybody under 11th grade at all. I mean, but good movie. Slumdog Millionaire, good movie. No Country for Old Men, based on Cormac McCarthy, who is he writes classical fiction. And that is, again, I haven't read the book. I've seen parts of the movie. It is intense. It is frightening, but it's very good. The Departed, I have not seen. I think, is that a horror movie with like Nicole Kidman? And trying to think. I don't think I've seen that one. The Departed. I'm having to look it up. Just curious. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon. I was completely wrong. Oh, it sounds amazing. Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg. How have I not seen this? It sounds good. All right. Crash. Like drugs and.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. That's a really long movie. $1 Million Baby. That's the one. Clint Eastwood directed that. It is. What is her name?
The girl from P.S. I Love You.
Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
She is the boxer. Is it boxer, right?
Yeah.
I have not seen it. My husband's seen it. He says he loves it. He says it's great.
So sad.
Is it?
It's so sad.
Yeah.
What is?
$1 million
Yeah.
baby.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Rightfully so.
Everybody has seen that. That is
No, I haven't.
She's not.
expensive movies. Anytime you're getting into that kind of another world, middle world kind of situation, just tons of money, or outer space, but very well done.
I've never seen.
Chicago, this is off a Broadway play, but it is, I can't think of his name. He's an older man. He does a fantastic job. He's a lawyer, and it's about women who are incarcerated, and it goes back stories of their lives and all. And then the lawyer is amazing, and he of course he sings. It's a musical. It's great. A Beautiful Mind is awesome. This is based on a true story. This man is brilliant in mathematics, but he has, what is it called? He has a psychological disorder where he sees people and they're real to him. They talk to him. He's schizophrenia, and it's severe, but he is a brilliant mastermind in math, and so it goes along with his story.
Which one is that?
That is A Beautiful Mind. I believe that's on a true story as well, based on a true story. Gladiator. Anybody seen Gladiator? It's good. It's good. Again, you don't want small children watching anybody under 11th grade. Gladiator's great. American Beauty. I don't know that I've seen all of that, but I think
I've seen any of these.
okay.
I
All
haven't
right.
even seen Titanic. So.
Shakespeare. Oh my goodness, you need to see Titanic. Shakespeare in Love. No. Shakespeare in Love. Anyone say Shakespeare in Love? It's real. I'm surprised you got their English classes and see it. Sure, in English, probably in English class. Great. Titanic. Again, I don't need to tell you. English Patient. I have not seen. What is it? Which one? Does it look bad? What do you mean? No, well, there's a scene. I mean, when I say small children, I would certainly have to explain some things in that movie to someone who's under, you know what I'm saying? I would, there are parts in it. Also, when he's painting her, he's an artist. He paints her without any clothes on, and it's just, that the kind of stuff is just, you need to be careful. You don't need to just turn, this one an Oscar. It doesn't mean it's for small children. You have to really read
The
those
only one
things.
I've seen on this list right now is Forrest.
Okay, Braveheart.
Yes.
Mel Gibson. He is crazy brilliant. I mean, and I'm not saying I agree with a lot of his ways or whatever, but he is brilliant. The Passion of the Christ, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah,
That that is you have to be able to decide, can I watch that or not? Because it is, it's one thing to read it in the Bible and you understand, if for Christians to do that, to see it acted out, it's just, you're just like, oh my goodness, that happened. It was that bad. It was that intense. Those people were that evil. He took that much, you just have to, it's very soul grabbing. It just, I don't know. All right. Forrest Gump. I don't need to say anything else. Forrest Gump is fantastic. As great as Forrest Gump is, there's issues in that for smaller children, you wouldn't want to, he goes all over the world, lives through the 60s. Enough said. You don't need to. Schindler's List. Again, I have not seen that, but I know what it's about. Isn't it about the concentration camps? And okay, so see that amazing, based on history. Unforgiven. This is I want to say it's a Western. Clint Eastwood was in this one, and it was good, but I'm not happy with it. I don't like the way it turned out, if that makes sense. Y'all ever read a book or seen a movie and you're just kind of mad?
Yeah.
I just finished a series on Netflix, High Seas. Oh, the way it ended makes me angry. But anyway, Unforgiven, obviously it was good, but I didn't like the way it ended. Silence of the Lambs, probably one of the most horrific psychological beatings you'll take is watching Silence of the Lambs. So I almost wished I hadn't seen it. It's one of those movies I wished I hadn't put that in my mind. And you can't undo that. You
What
can't.
is it about?
You can't take something out of your mind.
What's it about?
It's about I think he's brilliant. He's a doctor, but he's horrible. I mean, he basically is a cannibal.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's awful. Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. It's about a 3-hour movie. It's fantastic. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. He goes and the lady he marries, they're part of a tribe, and he joins that, doesn't he? But it causes a lot of issues. It's very good. Driving Miss Daisy.
I've heard of it.
Now this movie, this is fantastic. This is just Morgan Freeman. I can't think of the older lady's name that he drives around. It is fantastic. Dealing with racial inequality, dealing with, you have prejudice against Jewish people because he was driving her to her synagogue and it got blown up. So Driving Miss Daisy is phenomenal. Rain Man, another phenomenal movie. Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise. I'm trying to think what it is. He is, I'm not sure. I think is it autistic, but he's like on the very side that he doesn't need to be out by himself in public, but he's brilliant with numbers. And so this is his brother, they've been separated for a while. He takes him to Vegas. And so that's just it's a good movie. The Last Emperor, I have not seen. I'm sure it's fantastic. I have not seen Platoon, but again, you've probably heard about it. Out of Africa, I've seen. It is good. I think it's Glenn Close. No, that's not right. It's obviously in Africa. It has to do with lions. That's my memory. Amadeus. This was about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it is very well done. In fact, I'd like to see it again. Terms of Endearment, tearjerker. I haven't seen it, but it's great. Gandhi, again, off Gandhi. Great. Chariots of Fire. I have not seen, but it's supposed to be fantastic. Ordinary People. Okay, Kramer versus Kramer. This is in the 80s about a married couple. They're divorcing and the battle with their child. The Deer Hunter, I have not seen. That's based on a book. A lot of these awesome movies are based on books. If I haven't said that already, let me go back really fast. There are probably more than I know of, but I'm just going to show the ones I know for sure. I'm probably passing them as I go. Forrest Gump is based on a book, obviously. Schindler's List is. Probably, if we looked it up, probably all these are. I don't know that, though. I know No Country for Old Men is. Why do you think that is? Why are the best movies books first?
More to the story.
There's more.
I feel like, because I've seen movies where, the producer just made it up, and it just wasn't good. Like there were always
Right.
pieces missing, whereas when you watch a movie where it's based over the book, you get everything you need usually.
I agree with that. The plot, you've had it worked out. Of course, they go in and they redo, and you always ask the question, why do they make it different? And as a film class, we can come up with reasons why is the movie usually so different than the book? And you think it's just things they could easily fix, like hair color, or or where they live. Well, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, if you think, well, what? It's not like that in the book. I mean, why? Why does that happen, do you think? Why can't they make it just like the book?
Because they want it more appealing to the like,
Okay,
they want it more of their vision. Like, I don't know.
you're right.
Like, more like,
You're right. And in movies, guys, typically readers are more patient than moviegoers. Moviegoers, they want it quick. Let me see what's happening. Get me into it. I don't want to sit for 10 minutes and get it. So they do have to make decisions based on that. And also it's money, because some things would take a fortune. They have to make decisions like that. Just like Sylvester Stallone saying, that's okay, they got the color wrong, I'll write that into the script. I'm not going to have that billboard repainted. That was brilliant. He's a businessman as an actor and writer. Looking on down, Annie Hall, I have not seen. I think that is the little man with glasses, the famous director. Woody Allen. Woody Allen's Annie Hall. Rocky, just probably one of my favorites of all time. I just love everything about Rocky. Although I don't like past 4. I don't like it when they have issues, and I think they have another where Adrian dies of cancer. I'm just like, you know what? I'm stopping at 4. 4's going out strong.
I think Creed.
Okay, Kurt, we'll talk about Kurt. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, based off a book, is amazing. I have it on my shelf. Very close to the book. Very close to the book. The Godfather. How many of you guys have seen The Godfather? Okay, there again, probably not for people under college. I don't know, under 20. The Sting, I haven't seen. French Connection, no. Patton. And we're getting, believe it or not, we're getting kind of, I was born in 71, so I wasn't seeing these older movies like this. Midnight Cowboy, very controversial.
Didn't we watch that on one of the?
No.
No, we watched a clip.
Of Midnight Cowboy? No.
Yeah,
No, we didn't.
yeah, on the didn't we? Because like they were dancing and you said, "Well, this."
No, that's Urban Cowboy.
Oh,
Urban
okay.
Cowboy. I mean, yeah, no, good Lord, you couldn't put your finger on a minute of the film if there wasn't some language in there. But Midnight Cowboy just has issues in it. Oliver, I haven't seen. No, I'm not going to go all the way down to the 20s doing this, because it's going to get less and less things we've seen. We can just kind of scan. I mean, A Man for All Seasons, Sound of Music. How many of you guys have seen that one? Everybody should see The Sound of Music. It is beautiful. I wish we had time in here to watch it. It is amazing. History, music, fantastic. My Fair Lady, based off Breakfast at Tiffany's. No, that's not true. It's off of Breakfast at Tiffany's is Breakfast at Tiffany's. My Fair Lady is based off of a book. In my mind, it fails me, but it is based off a book. It's fantastic. Not Audrey Hepburn, but the other Hepburn. Yeah, it's Audrey Hepburn. Never mind, Audrey Hepburn. All right, Tom Jones, haven't seen Lawrence of Arabia, West Side Story. The Apartment is fantastic. I've seen that one. You would not believe the things they were showing in the 60s, just the issues they were dealing with. This man has an apartment. He rents it out during the day
During the day.
and sometimes at night for men who are going out on their wives. So I won't say anything else. That's The Apartment, yes. Ben-Hur, Gigi, The Bridge on River Quay, Around the World 90 Days. I haven't seen any of these, but here we go. I mean, you're getting less and less. You've probably heard about Casablanca. Again, based on history, World War II.
Oh, yeah.
You have, right?
Oh yeah, more girls. And
All the King's Men, Hamlet. Let's see. No, Gone with the Wind. Another you have to see Gone with the Wind. Based on a book. You need about 4 or 5 hours? 4 hours. It is fantastic. Actually, the actress who played, I can't think of her name. She was the first African American actress to win an Oscar. I've got to look that up. I think of her name. Hattie McDaniel, Gone with the Wind is honored with 8 Oscars by the American Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. She's fantastic. I wish I could see a clip of that. I wonder if YouTube has that. Just a clip. If you guys haven't seen it, you need to see it. Let's see, Gone with the Wind. Yes. Yes. Let's see, how can I say it? Mammy. Okay, here it is. Guys, this is fantastic.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
We know.
This sentence is grammatically. Grant us pardon and remission of our sins. Amen. Woo!
Just hold on and suck it.
Mommy, has the son of pickles. You give it all back to the kitchen. I won't need to buy it.
Oh, yes, and you is. You was trying to eat every mouthful of this.
I'm not. We'll put on the dress, because we're late already.
What's the lamb going to wear?
That.
No, you ain't. You can't show your bosom for 3 o'clock. I'm going to speak your mouth on you.
If you say one word, Mother, I won't need a buy.
Well. Keep your shoulder on your shoulder. I ain't even for you to get all freckled. That's the buttermilk I done put on your list when these new circumstances. Oh, now, Miss Scarlett, you come on and be good and eat just a little.
No, I'm going to have a good time today and do my eating at the barbecue.
If you don't care what folks says about this family, I do. I have told you that you can always tell a lady by the way that she eats in front of folks like a bird. And I ain't aiming for you to go to Mr. John Wilkinson and eat like a field hand and gobble like a hog.
Fiddle-dee-dee. Master Wilkes told me he likes to see a girl with a healthy appetite.
What gentleman says and what they think is 2 different things. And I ain't noticed Mr. Ashley asking for to marry you. Now don't eat too fast. Ain't no need to have it come right back up again.
Why is the guard to be so silly, yes, husband? I'm coming, Paul! Oh, dear. I'm getting so tired. I know I'll never get through there without Beth.
She got her to 8. Now, that is fan. I want to see that again too, guys. That is such a fantastic movie. Now I want to say, The Wizard of Oz. Notice is not on here. The Wizard of Oz. Some of you guys have seen The Wizard of Oz.
Me.
It came out either in, I thought 38. Notice there's no 38. Oh, yes, there's a 38. There's a 38. It did not make it. And I want to say maybe it has to compete with Gone with the Wind. But it's a fantastic movie. There's a lot of fantastic movies not on here. The Life of Emile Zola, that's based off of a French writer. That's a true story. Okay, I just got carried away, but that is fantastic. All right, let's go to our next article. We probably need to have tech time, don't we? Guys, let's go ahead and take 5 minutes tech time. My virtual, y'all need it. I was probably going on too much, but I love movies. I love this. So we are going to take this time. Virtual may take tech time.
I can't.
Virtual, so tech time is now.
I did it. Ow. My back hurts. Quit. Don't hit my leg. It makes my back hurt. My back really. It hurts
so bad. Oh, no. No. This is the only comfortable position.
That's lovely. One of my sites is blocked. 100 of the best books made into movies and TV shows. I need that unblocked.
She said, I need them.
I need that unblocked too. Are these all going to be blocked? Movie reviews by film critic Roger Ebert is blocked.
Yeah, the school blocks everything.
Oh, Lord. Can I get on the Arkansas Democrat movie review? No. Oh, my goodness.
I really can't move.
We may have to watch movie clips the rest of the period.
Oh, I'm so okay with that.
Ah, I found one.
Dang it.
It won't take long. It's, what is it?
I can't move.
It's just movie
Listen,
reviews.
Heather,
Okay.
Listen to what Heather posted. I'm telling you when Heather gets mad. Okay, this is what she posted.
Oh, this is
Let me
really
read it,
good.
'cause I can't-
Documentary
I can't
strengths and
comprehend.
weaknesses.
No, but wait. let me
That's
read it.
good.
I really can't comprehend.
Mm,
You can't comprehend. I really can't. Okay, so the people behind the wheel of this SUV going back. Going.
we got several articles.
She went mad.
It's pretty cool.
What are you doing for? Or about her. So she's like that. I promise you'll be buying me.
We're taking a tech time. I know it looks crazy. Yes. Several of my articles are blocked, but I'm finding some that aren't. So
This is what I'm studying today. This morning. Look at you.
The next time I break testing, in 2005, when I program started so that you can get called back on me back. I promise you will be buying me in.
Oh.
Because you will eat my trunk. That was not today, next I won't be. That's my mom.
No, I am your mom.
Yeah,
Oh, it just popped off.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like, the Lord of the Rings, all of them are so long,
they are.
but they are nothing like the books.
They're completely different. I mean, they have some of the same, or hopefully some of the same characters. I've watched
Well,
some.
yeah,
I've not watched.
So they have the same characters, but like there's just these major details or scenes that they'll just like leave out completely. It's like
That's hurtful. I mean, it's for a book lover. Book lovers are never going to be satisfied with movies. I mean, I shouldn't say never. It's rare. It's rare that when you love a book and you go see the movie, you're usually going to be disappointed. Not always, but
I mean, the movies are good in their own right.
when you're comparing. The Help, I haven't talked about The Help in here. The Help is amazing.
I love
Yes.
Help. I cried my
Did too.
eyes.
I laughed and I cried.
I love
I do. It's one of my favorites. It is.
my mom. I even told my mom to watch it, and my mom was it.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It is absolutely. And one of the actresses in that movie, is it Viola Davis?
I don't know.
She is in Hidden Figures. She's like one of the main
Oh yeah,
actresses in Hidden
yeah.
Figures. Yeah. So
My mom even loves it. My mom's hard to please.
that's great. That's good.
It really is.
That is good. Oh, I should have shown y'all more clips going through that, but we could have seen clips of.
Yeah, because I didn't know any of those movies.
Did you not?
Except Forrest Gump.
Would y'all want to go back and watch some clips from those the best, just a few? Would y'all like to?
Yes, I would. I would.
I'm going to ask virtual too. It's the majority of the class because we can do that. That is I enjoy it. I just didn't want to do that like me enjoying it and you all not like, oh, can we get on with it, or I didn't. I wanna
I'd
make sure
much
that-
rather watch the clips than read all these.
Well, I know it. I know we need to do a little bit of both. Now see, that works, but I can't hear my people. So virtual, and I told them they had 9 minutes. Are you guys okay with? Would y'all like to watch some of the best picture? Just some clips from the best pictures? Would they? Bo, can you tell me if they? Would y'all like to do that? Wish I could hear them. I'd like their opinion. Oops. I tell you what, let's do, let's go. Some of these are really quick that I'm showing y'all. They're just basically like, hey, this exists. If you're interested in film, you want to be a screenwriter, I'm going to show you some things. And I think we'll have time at the end to show some clips. Okay. I'm going to come back to that one. This is something I want you to know about. This takes place in Arkansas, Hot Springs Documentary Film Festival. They have these, and guys, it's just something to know. You can go, you can be a part of this. You can register. Let's see, shared stories to connect. Storytelling is in our DNA. She discovered personal storytelling is an incredible tool in her own filmmaking process. Excited to unleash your inner storyteller. Learn how to craft your experiences and be ready to perform 5-minute personal stories that are heartbreaking, hilarious, thought-provoking, and keep people on the edge of their seat in this 2-week workshop. So this is something to offer. They have classes and things like that you can go to. And this is and this is all the 2020 program. The place where everyone feels welcome. We honor our tradition of gathering around documentaries and where storytellers take center stage. We are thrilled to present some of the strongest titles of 2020 to our audience. Especially pleased to present a program where filmmakers of color represent 47% of our feature films and over 50% of the total films presented are directed by women. Now, why is that a big deal? Women and filmmakers of color. Why is that a big deal? Why is that important? There's not, and they're not represented. They need to be. We're also proud to showcase several regional titles, elevating local directors and idiosyncratic culture of the South. That's one of our vocab words, idiosyncrasies. The films in our 2020 program will inspire viewers, challenge perceptions, and illuminate the urgent realities of this turbulent year. The opportunity to present our festival on a both virtual platform and with drive-in screenings creates an opportunity to reach more viewers right in their living rooms, along with a fun throwback necessitated by these films, by these times where audiences can enjoy movies in their cars. So just a really neat source I wanted to share with you guys. Yes.
Have you seen Enola Holmes?
I have not. This a movie?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
No, I have not. All right, Great Big Story. This is another one of our this is another one of our sources, guys. There's a lot on here. This is greatbigstory.com. Okay, so this, I would just like to know, I wish it had like an introductory, like what this is. This is, All right, Team Lab is a collective of creators who use immersive design and technology to challenge people's perception of the world around us. Here's how they create art that changes hearts and minds. Okay, artists, programmers, engineers, CG animators, mathematicians, and architects come together under the banner of Team Lab to create artwork that reveals new ways of understanding humanity's place in the world by challenging our perception of self and everything else. All right, here are the thoughts of Toshiyuka Enoko, founder and representative director of Team Lab, on how they view the world and open the door to a new perspective. The way people view the world is subjective. Context and connotations shift and adapt depending on what we consume to fuel our knowledge and understand what's happening around us. The creative minds at Team Lab, the environment, and humanity's interactions with it play a huge role in translating thought into art and art into emotion. People are often supposed to understand their world by watching the media or recognizing the world through their brains instead of their bodies. I believe these understandings are fragile. Humans understand the world with their bodies and think with their bodies. All right. In this era, we think what's more important, at least as an artist, is to seek out and affirm an idealistic part of humanity and present an idea of the future. Okay, so this is just very, again, a source, Team Lab, just knowing what kind of opportunities are out there if you're interested in working in film, the jobs, people think, oh, well, if someone wants to be a filmmaker, well, it's like a pipe dream, if you will. It just means it's not ever going to happen. There are, as you can see, a crazy amount of work that goes into everything from a commercial to the little donkey thing we watched. There's editing involved. There's just all kinds of things. So I say, if you're in love with doing something like this for a living, go for it. Go get in a good program, go to school, and get out there. You might have to move. I don't know how much opportunities right here. You might have to move to a bigger city, but I just want you to know that it's out there. And if you love it, go for it, right? Go for it. Always have a plan B. But always go for what you love. This is just really neat. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go to, okay, this is something that would have been good for us to have looked at before we did our documentary look. But this is called Keep a Close Watch, Analyzing a Documentary's Strengths and Weaknesses. All right. So, and this article is adapted from the 4th edition of Sheila Curran Bernard's Documentary Storytelling Creative Nonfiction on Screen. Okay. So I'm hoping someone else besides me would read, because I'm tired of my own voice, and I know you guys are. So can somebody want to volunteer just to read a paragraph at a time? We can do popcorn reading. I would love it. You know what? I'd love it if virtual reads, you could turn up the volume, couldn't you, Bo? I could turn down mine. Why don't I just turn down my volume? Oh, would that work? Could they hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who's going to read the first
I
paragraph?
guess I can.
Awesome.
Audience. Okay. Audiences often respond to documentary work primarily in terms of its content or issues raised. In some ways, this is a mark of success. In the same way that people binge watching a television drama may not take the time to notice how carefully the various subplots were constructed over an entire season, or how the readers of a terrific mystery novel race through the pages to find out who did it.
Great.
I'm not reading the second.
Yes, that'd be great.
Done well, craft should feel inevitable, seamless, and invisible. Characters are simply alive. The flow of ideas and plot feels organic. The argument seems well built and calm. But people who want to create novels or episodic television or documentaries need to figure out how to have success was achieved. This article offers a few ways to analyze documentary films as a way of letting those film creators, the team of people behind the production, cheat sheet themselves. The opening sequence, beginning with the film's first frame, may be as short as a minute or as long as 10 minutes. Each film is different, but in general, the opening sequence contains the DNA of the entire film becomes. It sets out the promise between filmmaker and audience, making clear at least some of the film's rules of behavior, such as what the film is about, how the story will be told, with what the elements the story will be told, and why it matters. Why this film is worth an audience's time and attention. After you've watched the sequence, ask yourself some questions such as, what is this film about? Wait, what is this film is? What? Okay, where is this film headed? What are the top 5 bullet points that the filmmaker has used to grab my attention and immerse me in the film, making me want more?
Excellent.
Here's an example of an opening sequence. The Power documentary Verge.
I don't know that I can click on that either. That's not just, okay, we're just going to read about it.
At the first frame of action, we enter a group of men in uniform. It's revealed that they are part of a funeral procession. The scene is
Verite.
there is no taste or one places. At the graveside, a man speaks to take us and help us to account for each day of our lives. In voiceover, we hear another man, Okondo Ovir Ranger Casterga, guy trying to rebuild this country. As we leave the graveside, the unaccompanied singing of the mourners gives way to recorded music, and the film cuts to aerial footage traveling low along the river. This image becomes black and white, displaying carefully selected archival imagery, including footage, a map of the fields. Over these visuals, with the theme song continuing, the filmmakers add 13 blocks of text that give the viewer historical and thematic context. These bring us from 1885 after the charge in Holland ruled by European nations to 2003. First democratic elections in 40 years. 3 minutes into the film, over a shot of people lined up to vote, the film dissolves back to an aerial of the water, then tilts up to reveal mountains. A new series of lower thirds begins over the present day footage. 2010 oil discovery in eastern Congo under Lake Edward in Virunga National Park. Home to thousands of people with the last known gorillas. Okay, 2011 instability returns. A minute later, another aerial follows a small plane over the field in which we see rangers patrolling. The film title comes up and then the opening sequence, including the music, ends. The film then moves into a new second sequence. To summarize, in less than 5 minutes, the opening of Virunga has set forth where we are, why we are there, and what the problem is, as well as its deep historical precedent. We don't know everything, but that's as it should be. Virunga, like any good film, unfolds over time. It asks the audience to work as it watches, making connections, seeing irony, coming to realization. We've seen a range of compelling, disturbing, and breathtaking clips.
Yeah, it's nice for even in documentaries, they show, they don't tell. I mean, that's what that's telling. It's like it's letting you draw the conclusion.
In terms of film storytelling, it's useful to note that the film did not start at the beginning, with archival images and facts about 1885. That would have been dull because we're not yet motivated to care. It started with
Verite.
footage at a funeral. The scene lasts about a minute and a half and raises questions. On Congo, a man had died trying to rebuild this country. In Congo, sorry. Why does it need rebuilding? Why are people being killed for their efforts, and why are those men in their uniforms carrying them? The aerial along the water breaks out of the funeral scene and brings us into the historical montage, which, as noted, runs from 1885 to the election of 2003. Another aerial breaks this up, which has the effect of drawing additional attention to a new recurrent threat, which will turn out to be the focus of this film. The discovery of oil under Lake Edward. The montage continues, but it's more localized now, and we move closer to the community. I don't know how you say that.
Communities, you can.
That's the E? Okay, the communities at risk and turn into instability has returned. This is the film's formula.
Why don't you come here and read it from the screen? You sit down. We're
Okay.
we're almost finished, guys. After this, we will continue. We'll just finish up the class with clips from the Oscars. I think that'll be enjoyable.
Now you're going to go through the entire film slowly, looking out for the central elements of the documentary filmmaking, such as what is the central argument being made by the filmmaker? What evidence does the filmmaker offer in support of the argument? How is the story told? Do you see a central narrative, a forward-moving story or train that makes you want to keep watching? Once you've identified the train/narrative spine, where in what context does it return? Is it there at the film's end? Does the film satisfactorily conclude the story it promised in the opening? Who are the people in the film? What role does each play in the overall story? What other elements stand out in this film? For example, does something stand out in terms of editing, music, or cinematography? Can you identify individual sequences that have a unique focus and a clear beginning, middle, and end? Do you see how the ordering of these sequences also advances the overall narrative? Does the film's pacing feel slow to you? Does it feel dense with information or just right?
Okay, so these are questions that we're going to be looking at in the documentary, and we may be looking at one together and doing something with these questions. I think these are great to answer. That way we'll know kind of a new way to look at a documentary. You're probably already doing this, you just don't realize it.
Another exercise that's useful is a compare and contrast between two or more films on the same general subject. This exercise is about really seeing how these films are constructed, as opposed to just deciding if you prefer one to the other. Does one version talk to you and the other engage you? If so, why? Does one leave the audience with more parts of the puzzle to solve, and is that process satisfying? Does one feel more or less honest or manipulative? And if so, why? In thinking about the answers, consider also the experience of the filmmakers, the purpose for which the film has made, and the audience the film eventually reaches. A good film analysis asks the viewer to consider one aspect of the craft, studying the film closely in order to make the and support an argument about that one aspect with evidence. You might want to figure out how the filmmaker did something that you found particularly effective, or you might want to figure out why something confused or annoyed you. You might look at the particular video or thread that runs through a film, teasing it apart to see where and how it appears and with what overall effect. You want to avoid writing a plot synopsis, film review, or opinion piece, or film report that merely observes. Similarly, a review tends to use adjectives, powerful, blistering, boring, heartbreaking, or make judgments. The trick is to turn the judgment into a question. For example, while a review might note or critique a filmmaker's choice, an analysis would consider what was gained or lost by that choice. Also, it's important that these analyses adhere to the single focus, rather than send a paragraph looking closely to the role of reenactments and then a paragraph looking at the use of title cards, and then a paragraph considering the filmmaker's choice not to identify talking heads. It's much more valuable to take one thread or idea and look closely at it, and it's demonstrated in the range of craft choices.
This sounds like this is going to be something. This is something we're going to be doing here with the documentary. It'll be a short. It won't have to be very long, but it will be an argumentative piece. And we're going to use this as a guide. This is great.
Okay. Learning from top documentarians by closely watching their work, often multiple times, is one of the best ways to figure out their strategies for reaching audiences. As Virunga director Orlando Vaughn, says, your film could be about the most important social issue in the entire world. But if it's a really difficult film to watch because it's boring, for instance, you're going to limit your audience to a very small number of people, and therefore you're going to have a lot less impact on the social issue you care about. For Vaughn, and his team, this meant that filmmaking choices were made on the basis of what would drive the narrative forward and making tough choices along the way. He explains, when I say the narrative in the case of Virunga, I mean the oil story and the growing war story, and then how elements of two stories potentially intersect. By closely watching Virunga, viewers can see how the other issues the film raises, such as poaching and deforestation, provide content or context, but are then I can't say that word. In favor of this more focused narrative.
Okay, guys, I know that probably you might be bored out of your mind, but that is some really good. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking that. I'll break it down, but I want you to be doing that with the documentary, and we'll do that soon. Thank you for reading.
I cannot
it.
say that word.
Yes, you did fantastic. That is fantastic.
I can't say that.
Okay, let's go ahead and close out. I want to go back to that one I was on and finish out with the clips from the best Oscar winners. And I want to ask y'all which clips you'd like to see. So just going up, Shape of Water scene. Okay, it needs to be clean. I mean, it's
We're 12th graders.
I know, but I like my job. I don't want to. Okay, let's see.
Bo is 17. He's just fine. Caitlin, how old are you? She's 16.
I got home back in second grade.
The Shape of Water. See, it's
He's older than you.
okay. How about this one? We'll look at this one.
Oh, to be young and beautiful. If I could
Oops.
go back
Bring it back up on my desk.
when I was 18,
Shape of Water, guys.
I didn't know anything about anything. I'd give myself a bit of advice. I would say, take better care of your teeth and fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
That's very good advice.
There we go.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It is not fine. Oh my God. You know what? I don't know. I said clean. Yes. Oh, and you know what? They, Who.com. Oh my gosh. Clip of, no.
Stop eating my food.
Makes me sick. Okay, I don't even know. I make bad decisions. Which one should I pick?
The second one.
If I told you about her,
It's very different, very different.
Eliza, come on. Eliza, please, hurry.
She's favorite.
She deaf?
She can hear you.
You clean that lab, you get out.
This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
You may think that thing looks human. Stands on two legs, right? But we're created in the Lord's image. You don't think that's what the Lord looks like, do you?
This creature is intelligent, capable of language, of understanding emotions.
When he looks at me, he does not know how I am incomplete. He sees me as I am.
J'avoue, j'en ai bavé pas vous, mon amour. Avant d'avoir eu vent de vous.
The natives in the Amazon worship him, other God. Get him out. What are you talking about? No. You need to take it apart, learn how it works.
I don't want an intricate, beautiful thing destroyed. We can do nothing. I'm sorry. Don't do this, Eliza. What is she saying? Don't do this. It's not even human.
If I told you about her, what would I say? I wonder.
Okay, it's
Did she fall in love with the monster and like try to kill it and then she bring back her?
yeah, pretty in a nutshell, yes. Much better clip than I'm just very, very sorry. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm trying to click all the expletives off so I can click that one off.
Miss Riggs,
You know?
our hallways sound worse than that.
No, they really don't. I'm sorry. You know, okay, so I'm only gonna do trailers for now because trailers are
Okay,
that's the
can
way to
we
go.
do,
I mean,
what's it? Jurassic World trailer. What about Parasite?
Parasite trailer. Okay, and I haven't even heard of that. I haven't been to a movie until in March. So, Parasite trailer.
Oh, yeah, that's why I have.
Oh, this is on Netflix. This one is.
뭐야?
You probably seen it.
좀 봐봐.
나도 봐. 공짜로 집안일 소독도 하고.
부모님 얼굴도 뵙고 좋더라. 건강들 하시고.
거리가 없으셔.
네가 내 대신 이제 과외 선생님 좀 해줘라. 영어.
대학생인 척하라는 거야? 구라를 좀 치지 뭐. 너 이 좋은 실력으로 왜 미대에 맨날 떨어지냐?
아이, 죽을래.
전 이게 위조나 범죄라고 생각하지 않아요. 참으로 시의적절하다. 나들이 원래 참 잘 속아.
People are really gullible.
어머님이 뭐랄까.
꿀타임을 수업 어떻게 하시는지. Is it okay with you? 우리 다솜이는 완전 예술가 재질인데.
펜슬 그린 거죠?
자화상이에요.
역시.
그동안 미술쌤도 여러 명 바꿔가면서 해봤는데요.
제가 사람 하나가 휙 하고 떠올랐는데.
아, 잠깐. 제시카, 외동딸, 일리노이, 시카고. 그 선배는 김진모, 그는 이사좀.
주전대 착하다니까.
짜니까 착한 거지. I'm deadly serious.
I want to see it. It looks great.
근데 지금 진짜 루시하게 온 것 같아.
Dude. great. Okay, really? Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, so I want to see that though. I mean, I think I want to see it. I might turn it off in the middle of it. Because I'm that
About Green Book.
Oh, they don't.
Green Book sounds.
Green Book trailer.
Unless it's like
Oh, I've seen that. Or no, I haven't seen it, but I've seen it.
I have to. I want to see this. I want to see this.
With YouTube TV, the TV you love is always on.
Yeah, some guy called over here for a doctor. He's looking for a driver. You interested? I am not a medical
You know what? I
doctor.
have seen this movie. It is great.
I'm about to embark
I've seen
on a
this
concert
movie.
tour in the Deep South.
It is
Whatever
great. It is
experience you
great.
have.
Green Book. I didn't realize the title was Green
Public
Book.
relations. Do you 15 years you've been working for a black man? You
So
in the
good.
Deep South? There's a big problem.
It's really good.
No promise. Tell me that don't smell good. I've never had fried chicken in my life.
Good people love the fried chicken.
You have a very narrow assessment of me, Tony. Yeah, right? I'm good.
It's really good.
The wealthiest people in the country. It is my feeling that your diction could use some finessing.
Dude.
No. Why are you bringing my balls? Because you can do better, Mr. Babylon. Here's the Lord.
I saw Dr. Shirley play the piano. He's like a genius, I think.
Come on, take it easy. I prefer not to get grease on my blanket.
Ooh, I'm gonna get grease on my blanket.
This gentleman says that I'm not permitted to dine here. I'm afraid not. How does he smile and shake their hands like that? Because it takes courage to change people's hearts. What are you doing? What? Man, dear Dolores, sometimes you remind me of a house.
Such a good movie.
Pathetic, right? Put this down.
It's so good. I want to see it again.
It's breaking my spirit. Falling in love with you was the easiest thing I have ever done.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's like clinging a cowbell at the end of the shop to coach and stuff. That's good. It's perfect, Tony. You never win with violence. You only win when you maintain your dignity.
You don't know all people. You, Mr. Big Shot, doing concerts for rich people. So if I'm not black enough, if I'm not white enough, tell me, Tony, what am I?
Anyone can sound like Beethoven. For your music, when you do it, only you can do that. What do we do about the bones? We do this.
oh. No, watch this.
Pick it up, Tony. Boys would eat it anyway. Pick it
You
up.
don't litter. It's great. I forgot about that. Based on a true friendship. Okay, that is fabulous. We got time for one more if you want to watch another one. Moonlight. Okay, Moonlight. I haven't seen Moonlight. I don't have to go to YouTube. I guess I just put it in. So, trailer for Moonlight. I have not seen this movie. Okay.
That is what I thought it was.
Okay. Is it? I guess it's going to be okay to show.
Sure.
Oh, dear God.
It's nothing worse than when you
Well, I know that. I know. I'm sweating. I'm going to go back and edit that out. Yeah, I'm recording everything. Except, my only hope is that these are copyrighted, but it's a trailer, so I don't know how that it is.
What you looking at me like that for? What, man? Come on, you just drove down here.
What, is this bad?
I don't know. I ain't seen it.
Me too. Yeah, well,
It's just too.
trailers. Your journey trailer, typically.
Come on, son, try not to remember. Try to know those times. At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you're gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision.
Looks like a good movie.
You won't tell them why the other boys kick his ass all the time.
What's wrong? You good?
I ain't seen good. You ain't it.
remember the last time I saw you.
Oh, okay. Woo, no, we're not. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so we understand that that I haven't seen it, but okay. We have time for one more.
We
or we-
probably should look at the ratings before.
Yeah, I know. We should, but I know. A lot of them are, but movies, I don't even know.
Well, your husband. I said, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's great.
Okay, so any others? How about the King's Speech? Let's
Sure,
end on a
that's what I was
good,
just gonna say.
good wholesome note. Oh, me. Here we go.
Pepsi's got a little price. That was way too high. Thanks.
I think this, it's okay. They watch it big and worse.
He's required to speak publicly.
Helena Bonham Carter. And
I have
Oh, this is the one with the.
Perhaps we should change jobs. And what if my husband were a king? My husband has seen everyone.
Insert them into your mouth. Or enunciate.
He hasn't seen me. I can kill your husband, but I need total trust. What was your earliest memory?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters.
Why are you here then?
Because I bloody well stammer.
Do you know any jokes?
Timing isn't my strong suit.
Your methods are unorthodox and controversial.
Comes your hands.
It's actually quite good fun.
Yes.
After I was feared. It's your peculiar. I take that as a compliment.
War with Germany will come. Everyone need a king who we can all stand behind.
Afraid of his own shadow.
The nation believes that when I speak to them. But I can't speak.
You could do it. You'll even be governed by fear.
Be like mad King George the Stammerer. Get up, you can't sit there, get up!
Why not? Chair.
That is St. Edward's chair.
People who carve their names.
Listen to me! Listen to me!
Why should I waste my time listening to you?
Because I have a voice!
Yes, you do.
Your greatest test is yet to come.
I don't know, but he seems to be saying it rather well. Your first wartime speech.
Broadcast to the nation and the world.
This great time of crisis.
However this turns out.
he's phenomenal. He's a great actor. He is
The
too.
greatest man I know.
I intend to be a very good queen.
Do a very great.
Oh, it's good.
And just say it to me.
Guys, that's a great movie. Sorry about the uncomfortable parts here, but other than that, it's been a good class. So virtual, we are about out of time. So guys, we'll start on Thursday and we'll get into more themes. Probably looking at another little project, perhaps using that guide for the documentary, letting y'all choose a documentary from those and moving on from that. Anybody have any questions? No questions at all? I'm gonna stop recording.